Hi everybody, Mike with Enviroscape LA, and we're here with a second installment video here. What we're doing is we're at a school over in Torrance, California, and we're installing a pond. The interesting thing about the pond is that it's not just a pond, but it's actually going to be a pond that feeds a vegetable garden, and it gets better than that. It doesn't just feed the vegetable garden, but it actually feeds the roots of the vegetables, and then it returns back to the pond again. It's such an amazing system. I just wanted to show you a little bit of the behind the scenes thing. We're going to do a follow-up video and show you the finished product. It's going to be absolutely amazing. But we're probably, say, 70-80% done, but I wanted to show you this because this is like behind the scenes before it's all completely done. So I'll point out a few things. We have an Awasa inside that at the very bottom. We have an Awasa pump. A reason we chose Awasi, it's 3,600 gallons per hour. It pumps, and it's only 150 watts. It's like, what? It's like a light bulb, and yet it pushes a lot of water through. So it's just amazing pump, and it's going to go for many years, which is why we can put it on the bottom of the pond. It's a real hassle to change a pond pump, but I've had these things go for 5-10 years, and so it's a beautiful thing, besides saving electricity. We have a second pump here. This is called the Pond Boss. It's a great little pump. It's got a built-in UV and thermal protection and so on. But anyway, we're gonna use that. Now that's not gonna go to the waterfall. That's a secondary pump, and I'll show you in a second where that's gonna go. But I just want to get back to the Awasa pump. So the Awasa pump is going to push water into the pond filter, and then this filter is going to filter out the sediment. Then it's going to push it up to the box up here. So it'll go down to the waterfall. Now we haven't finished with the waterfall, which I thought was great to make this video because you can see the skeleton of the whole project. And so it's a closed loop system. From the Awasa pump, pushing water to the filter, up to the waterfall, and then it's a closed loop system. Now the second pump, what is that going to be used for? This one here, the Pond Boss. Well, this is going to be used for, we're actually going to install it, well, we've installed it, but we're going to actually run it to this green vertical growing system. And what this does, let's take a quick peek. This is a vertical aeroponics system, and we're going to retrofit this. Normally, persons who buy these vertical gardens, they actually install them with, and they put water in this chamber down here, fill it with 20 gallons, and then they put synthetic salt-based fertilizers. Well, they do the trick, they grow, however, and they do recycle water, but the thing is, the question we have to ask is, can we do better? Can we use an organic type of fertilizer? We can if we use fish water. It's totally organic, it's living water. Living water. So living water, what we're gonna do is we're gonna push, how this works normally, let me show you. There's a pump down here. The pump shoots water up to the top, up here, and it actually billows down. There's holes right here. It billows down and it hits plant roots. Plants are going to go in here, and it hits the plant roots, and then it goes. It's a closed loop system. Well, in this case, we're actually going to, that Pond Boss pump, we're going to plumb it into this right here. So the pond water will go into here. We're going to use this as a filter. And then the water is going to billow down, hit the plant root, all these plant roots here. And then we're going to put, on the bottom here, we're going to put a drain. We're going to drill into this, put a drain so the water will go back into the pond. And thus, it's a closed loop system. So the Pond Boss pump, the sustainability pump, will push water into the vertical garden. It'll fill this thing with water, all the food. We intend to put all kinds of stuff here, tomatoes, herbs, chard, lettuce, kale. This whole thing will be so green you won't even see this. It'll just be a food tower. And then the water goes back. We're estimating that it'll save between 95 to 98% water. And in these times of drought, if you live in Southern California, this is just amazing. So it's called aquaponics. So from an aeroponic, which typically if you use synthetic fertilizers, it's aeroponic. But in this case, because we're using fish water, it's going to be aquaponics. So now what the gentlemen are doing here is they're setting up the bricks. It has to be elevated because the drain is going to be gravity fed. So we actually have this brick here, and so the vertical garden is going to sit on top of this. Like I said, we're going to put the drain on the very bottom, and it's going to drain back into the pond. So there's a bulkhead fitting that just got installed here, and this is where the drain is going to be. So it's through the liner, and there's a little green box that's right there under the gentleman. What that is, that's an automatic water fill, because you're going to have a little bit of evaporation take place, and this is at a school. It's a hassle on top of everything else the school has to do. It's a real hassle to try to be out here with a hose, and so every time the sprinklers turn on, there's like a little toilet float. So every time sprinklers turn on, the autofill will just fill up and it'll stop. So those are just some of the features. Wanted to give you this backdoor tour. If you're thinking of doing it at your school, feel free to contact us. We'd love to give you some ideas and some suggestions. OWASA, we're very grateful to them for donating the pumps for this project. We're very, very blessed to have their support. So this is Mike from Enviroscape LA signing off. When you think sustainability, think Enviroscape LA.